Hey everyone, it's Connor. So I wanted to touch upon everything that's been happening today. Not today, but recently, with all the deaths going on, of cops, of people. And I really want to tie it in with the vegan movement. Now, how does this tie in with the vegan movement? Because, and what a lot of people have brought up, when animals are killed, Harambe, the gorilla, the crocodile that killed, the 2-year-old, and they killed like 5 crocodiles trying to find the one crocodile that did it. White people, especially PETA-based people, were in an uproar, and you saw all these videos, especially on YouTube, from vegans, and what disappointed me the most, from big name vegans in the YouTube community, like Happy Healthy Vegan, Durian Rider, Freely. They all touched upon the animals. But what about now? Where are they now? People, there are black vegans protesting as well, because we care about people, you know what I mean? Being vegan is about being compassionate for everything, right? So your fellow vegans are out there. Why aren't you saying something? Why, especially if you live in the US, okay? Maybe, if you're an Aussie, or if you're in the UK, whatever. But if you're US based and you see all this happening, I just feel like white vegans care about animals. Not more, but they'll voice it louder than about people. I don't know why. If anyone would like to do a response video, that would be great, because that's just what it seems like. It may be untrue, and I've seen many videos where white vegans or whoever else, they do videos about, oh, people say I'm racist, and but I'm not, and this is why I'm not, and what's, why do I have to be, live by your standard of being vegan? But, we just want to know, like, why does it seem like you scream for an animal, but when it's a person, you kind of turn the other way? Or if you do something, we don't hear much about it on this platform, or like on social media, or anything of that nature. So I don't know, but for me, and I know for a lot of other black vegans, not that we don't care about animals, there's pretty much two kinds of black vegans. One, the ones that do care about animals and who went vegan for the animals, and ones who didn't. Like, they kind of, it's not that we don't care, we didn't go, I'm in that second group. I did not go vegan for animals. Now, I'm for not mistreating animals, like, for no reason, but I'm not here saying, animals have a right to do this and they have a right to do that, because animals aren't worried about our right to be here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I know we're people and we can elevate higher in consciousness, and all of that jazz, to consider animals in that light. But for me, if it's between me and a bear, that bear is going to say, ooh, I shouldn't eat this human because she has the right to be here. Let me go get up some berries. I'm going to go eat some berries instead today. And maybe, maybe I'll just be an herbivore from now on, because humans have the right to be here. No. So, sure, everything is here because it's here. And does it have the right to be here? I don't know if the correct term is the right. They are here. That's it. They're here. Should they be killed just for food? Should they be raised and killed just for food? I don't feel like it necessarily. I don't believe in the raising to kill animals for food. I don't believe in that at all. I don't believe in consuming animal products in the first place. But, that's just wrong altogether, and it's not sustainable, and it's not good for the environment. That's why I went vegan, was for environmental reasons and for health reasons. If animals benefit, good for them, so there you go. But My plea is for my people, black people, please eat more plants. We're moving now to a point where, we want to change the course of history. We want to change our lives. And that's fantastic. That's amazing. I've spoken to so many other people who are ready to build up Black Wall Street again. And that's great. But you can't do that fueled on adrenaline, Arizona tea, and flaming hot Cheetos. We all have to be focused on feeding ourselves correctly so that we have clarity and that we actually have sustained energy. We don't want to lose leaders because they're diabetics or because they have heart attacks, they have strokes, because they're just so heavy that they suffocate themselves in their sleep. We don't want that. It makes me think of warriors and different, in ancient civilizations and different tribes. What did they eat? Before they went off to battle, they didn't, consume a bunch of meat, because that sits heavy on you and then you can't move. You eat plants, usually a super antioxidant plant. Pomegranates, in that part of the world, the Middle East, Romans or Greeks who consumed pomegranates a lot of the time before going into war. The Mayans had hot chocolate. People had coffee beans, things of this nature. And they were usually small, small things that made a difference in antioxidant power. It boosted your energy, it boosted your vitality, and that's what we need to do. Instead of trying, there was a picture of a guy who fed his neighborhood. I saw it on Facebook with Little Caesars Pizza. That's great. That's awesome that you're feeding your people, but at the end of the day, it's cheese pizza or it's pepperoni pizza. It's laden with fat and mucus causing foods, pus, meat. It's not conducive. It's not helping your people. Yes, it's feeding them, and yes, it's filling them, but we have to stop being in survival mode and start pushing ourselves into thriving mode. We want to thrive. We don't just want to get by. We don't want to go day to day. We want to be able to build a nation, build an empire. This is what we want to do, and the only way we can do that is if we make sure that we're healthy. This is modern black movement, and with a modern black movement comes with, different things that we have to go by, different standards that we have to hold for ourselves. Instead of pizza, bring greens to your people, green powder, and get clean water for them and pass that out and make sure they get their greens today. That's the most important thing that we as black people can consume is greens, is, that chlorella, spirulina, deep greens, chlorophyll. That's what we can do. Chlorophyll basically mimics melanin, and that helps us. It's good. It's cleansing for the blood. It's cleansing for the mind. It's cleansing for every single part of your body, your skin, your organs, everything. So get your greens, get fresh fruit, fresh produce. That's what we need first and foremost, is fresh produce. If you're having a protest, bring fruit. Bring ripe fruit. Don't just bring any fruit. Bring ripe fruit to the protest. Make sure people have water. Just because it's cheap, it doesn't mean it's good. I know that pizza's cheap. I know the pop is cheap. But it's not helping. It's not helping. And I feel like now more than ever, if you want to make change, if you want a revolution to happen, if you want to organize something that's going to be sustained for generations to come, and that's how I try to live my life, is whenever I do something, it's something that's going to benefit the next 7 generations after me, right? It's like that company, 7th Generation. That's the point, is to benefit this next 7 generations after you. And especially as black people, that's what we need to think of, in advance, is to benefit that future. Sacrifice now for them later. You may lose money now. You may be uncomfortable now. You may be homeless now. You may be poor now. You may be all of these things that seem negative now, but it's going to create so much positivity in the future. And I think, and at the end of the day, that's what matters. I know that's all that matters at the end of the day. So I wrote a blog post about that. I do have a video on how to detox and to retox. There's different ways to do this. I think I'll touch upon that in another video, between if you have money to spend and if you don't. How to detox, how to retox on a budget, and if you have money to spare. So that video shows how I do certain cleanses and things just to keep my mind in check, keep my body in check. And I'm moving to do that a lot more now because I do want to get more involved with my community. I do want to help build my people the best way I know how, and the best way I know that I can give is through my purpose. And I know my purpose is through food, nutrition, and healing. All those three combined. You'll get your healing through food and through nutrition. So that's what I urge my people to do, is eat more plants. You want to be more effective longer? Eat more plants. Get your greens in. Eat less meat, consume less dairy especially. If you do nothing else, no pork, no dairy. Like, seriously, just cut it out. And I believe that's it. So follow me on Instagram, ConRazyBeats, Tumblr, passporttopangea.tumblr.com. You can follow me on Facebook at Connor Speakner. And of course here, please subscribe. Comment down below what you will. Please share this video with other people, because I want people to know that there is a difference between black vegans and white vegans, and there shouldn't be. There really shouldn't be. It's really upsetting. It's really disappointing. But at the end of the day, we got each other. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a split for me. I'm upset because I feel like white vegans don't really care. They don't seem to care. And then on the other hand, I'm kind of okay with that because I know there's black vegans out there who support each other. So you can't say that there's not different narratives, vegan narratives, because there is. And that's it. I feel like I want white vegans to acknowledge that, and for them to say what they are. If you just care about animals and you don't really want to touch on vegan POC issues, say that so you don't have to deal with it. Just say it. First of all, so I can unsubscribe from any of you that feel that way, that I follow now, and just so we're open, just so we're clear, just so we won't reach to you, and when we have troubles, to say, hey, you're vegan and I'm vegan too, help me, help us. And they're like, oh, well, I'm not black, that's not my issue. Okay. I can plan better. I won't have to sit there, and regroup. I can plan more effectively this way. Alright, so that's my rant. For white vegans and for my people. So, alright guys, get it together, get your greens in. If nothing else, get those greens in. Fresh greens, fresh fruit. It will help the movement go even longer and benefit even more people in the future. So,